You know what's crazy? The violence happening around the country is not even surprising anymore. Matter of fact, this country was founded on violence. But you know, they sugarcoat our history with a few holidays, give us a few well-needed days off out of the year so we look the other way. But like I said, it's not violence that's new. It's all these smartphones and social media that keep shedding a light on these issues that have never really been resolved in the first place. So what we gonna do? Go the non-violent route? Protest for the 10,000th time? I mean, I'm cool with that, but what's gonna make this time more different than all the rest? You see, because in order for a protest to work, we have to be proactive, not just reactive. We can't just be content by hitting the streets for a few hours to feel good about ourselves like we accomplished something. The difference between the minorities and the cops that keep killing us is the fact that they maximize opportunities afforded to them. We can all become cops. We can all become doctors, lawyers, politicians, leaders of the communities who make a difference. But the sad thing is, your average lower and middle class kid just wants to waste away making mixtapes and playing sports without a backup plan. What else can we do? Fight violence with violence and riot for the 10,000th time? A lot of people won't agree with the eye for an eye method, but the fact of the matter is, if anyone was to kill my father, my brother, my uncle, my cousin, a woman in my family, or just a plain old good friend, standing in the corner with a sign yelling out chants is the last thing I'm gonna wanna do. The problem is, when we're angry, we don't think, but just because we decide to riot doesn't mean we can't be smart about it. First of all, if you're gonna riot, riot for the cause. Don't riot just to get you some free shit by looting these local businesses owned by your neighbors that are just as mad about the situation as you are. How about we show up to the courts where they keep acquitting these cops, and we show up 10,000 deep with the same aggression we use to destroy our own neighborhoods? Let all these judges and lawyers who are just as a part of this systematic extermination see firsthand just how pissed off we are. Instead of just having them watching us on TV, probably laughing their asses off at how dumb we are. How about we show up to these skyscrapers where they sit down to discuss laws that chip away at our civil liberties and dismantle the Constitution, while they pretend to have the best interests of the lower and middle class families when their only best interest is to keep us lower and middle class. Because I promise you, if we was to riot anywhere outside of our neighborhoods and closer to where the people behind the scenes are, they would have the military involved in just a few hours instead of waiting 3 or 4 days after we destroy our own city. I don't really have an answer to what we should do next. All I know is that it starts with us. You can't expect killers and oppressors to care about us, nor can you expect them to take us serious when we protest about lives that matter, then go back to our neighborhoods to start a war with our neighbors over colors and territory that ain't even ours to begin with. Also, at the end of the day, the US has to come up with a better way to assess the character of the people they are giving badges to. I personally don't think it's a race issue the way the media makes it out to be. I just think they're using it as a headline to further divide us.
I've known cops in my family. A lot of my close friends in Chicago are cops. I know a lot of cops. Not one of them became a cop because they wanted to help their community. That doesn't mean they're bad people or they wanted to hurt their community. That means they fucking like being police.
There are some people who become cops just for the perks of having a respectful profession, to get free shit, or even to pick up women, believe it or not. Then there are the uncool kids who grow up getting picked on, the kids that have been sheltered from reality and has never even thrown a punch in their whole life, or the cowards who think they're tough so they come down from their little white picket fence neighborhoods to patrol urban and dangerous areas only to realize that they're way in over their heads. I mean, these aren't even big, intimidating Arnold Schwarzenegger, Dwayne Johnson looking people getting killed. These are preteens, teens, women, and unarmed men who in many cases were under control or already surrendering. Look, if you can't defend yourself as a man with the protection of the law, batons, tasers, and a partner, then you shouldn't be a cop. You should be a hairdresser, a secretary, a fucking gynecologist, as you're such a bitch.
So where you from?
Brooklyn.
If I said it, I meant it. Bite my tongue for no one.
I don't have it all upstairs, but who the fuck cares?
I'm obviously a product of wasted youth into the total opposite of everything safe to do.
Niggas fear what they don't understand, hate what they can't conquer. Guess it's just the fury of man became a monster.
I'm a human being ill with an IQ that's off the scale. If words can kill, a verse of mine to murder a mill.
I'm a Brooklyn boy, I may take some getting used to.